Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Key. Today I am joined by Ibni,
What's up?
Mad Audacity,
Hey guys.
and Fish.
Hello.
So, welcome to the Kingdom Gaming Podcast. I know it says episode 5 on the thing. That's because I haven't changed it. It's episode
9.
7?
9.
9? Really? Bloody hell. Hold on, let me... There's no way it's 9. What? We have not been doing this that long.
Yeah,
We
it's
came
9.
prepared, everybody. We came very prepared.
Well, I
I know it's
have a
9
bunch
because I was
of...
in the
I'm
8th
not
one.
worried about the episode number, especially. It is 9. What? Alright, so first, before we start, I thought I would address something, what was it? Oh yeah, Mad Audacity, you have, we wanted to say this, I wanted to say this last week, but I wasn't here last week. Mad Audacity started posting gameplay videos on Kingdom Gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, so since Kingdom Gaming is called Kingdom Gaming, I thought it's best to have some actual gameplay, and I wanted to start featuring some small YouTubers, so I asked Mad Audacity here to start making content, and there's 3 other content producers who are going to start. One of them is starting this week, I believe, and 2 of them are starting the week after. So we're going to start seeing a bunch more shows, and more than just a podcast on the podcast. Me and Ibni want to do that head-to-head thing. Not sure if we're ever going to get that done.
Yeah, I also had another idea that I might tell you later, but it just might be kept secret until,
Dun dun dun. So yeah, be excited. There's a bunch of content coming out this week. Some of them is featuring collaborations. Most of them aren't. Most of them are straight gameplay, showing off small YouTubers and people showing off themselves. And by the way, if you want to know how these people got on here, in the description of every single podcast, you'll see that the Kingdom Gaming Twitter, and if you message that Twitter and you want to join Kingdom Gaming, that's a thing you can do. I review your channel and I go through a bunch of stuff, and yeah, it's fun. So, news and stuff not news, stuff out of the way, channel news and stuff out of the way, let's hear the first story. And I think you guys are going to enjoy this one. The Oculus Rift comes to Chuck E. Cheese.
Say what?
So,
Say what?
the virtual reality Oculus Rift thing, hopefully everyone knows what
I'm gonna need you to repeat that.
Oculus Rift is coming to the kids-friendly restaurant, play, party, babysitter thing, Chuck E. Cheese. Starting with Dallas, Chuck E. Cheese is San Antonio, and Orlando, Chuck E. Cheese is, and they're just testing it. But yeah, it's kind of like you remember when they added Mario Kart to Chuck E. Cheese.
That was pretty awesome.
Chuck E. Cheese? Chuck E. Cheese?
Chuck E. Cheese's. You know, tell me you know what Chuck E. Cheese is.
I know what it is, but
I know what it is, but I don't have it in Australia.
Aww. But yeah, it's just like a play place. It's like a little playpen where people go to have fun and
Do
stuff.
you guys have Dave & Buster's?
Yeah. I have things like that. I have I think there's one place called Go Bananas. I can't even remember anymore.
I forgot that you lived in Australia. What time is it for you?
Basically.
4:30
in the morning.
a.m.
Oh
AM.
damn.
Wow. These time zones are going to be interesting to work with when you start an international. That's kind of awesome, though, that we can talk to someone from Australia. And it's like, I think we're all U.S. citizens here, right?
Yep.
Well,
That's pretty damn cool, I have to say.
Oh, speaking of
So my question about the Oculus Rift being in at the playpen or whatever you want to call it, I don't know. Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese is how are they going to have it in there? Are the kids gonna put it on themselves, or are they gonna I don't know. Is this
you know how
okay?
Mobile phone places where they show out the phone.
Ibni, you're coming up kind of quiet on the mic end.
Sorry, I'll put my face there, next to the mic. You know how they have they show phones around in Verizon stores or something, and they let you pick up the phone, they let you use it, or maybe at Apple stores they let you use the iPad.
So there's a game called
they're probably
Virtual
gonna have
Ticket Blaster that they're using to test this. And the kids stand in a chamber and must grab tickets as they fly by. But the Oculus Rift version of this experience is so they have to like kind of use a controller that they're holding on the little machine, and it's kind of cool. I have to say, I kind of like seeing Oculus get into all this crazy stuff because virtual reality is super interesting. I'm not sure
I
if this
hope
is.
just it's gonna. I hope this takes off. I really do. I really do. I mean, I hope it doesn't become just another gimmick like it was with the Virtual Boy.
Well, I mean,
Let's get back.
a lot of things are way better with virtual reality. Like, have you seen some of the Oculus Rift stuff? There was that Classroom Aquatica game. Have you guys seen that?
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah,
It's so
Classroom
cool. It's like you
it's
are a
like you have to
dolphin.
cheat. You're a dolphin. You have to cheat off everyone else's tests without getting caught by the teacher.
If you look
You're a
too
dolphin.
You can
far,
like lean over and like you can throw like erasers at people.
yeah, you're in a
That's cool.
classroom and it's a freaking hard test. Like you probably will never find the answer to these things, even if you Google it. And you have a 5-minute time limit to cheat all the answers off of everyone else's test. It's super cool, and with the Oculus, you can use the Razer Hydras to throw stuff. You have to lean back and forth and like, yeah, cheat. It's a game about cheating, which is always fun.
Cheater. Remember, kids, it's only cheating if you get caught.
My history teacher told me that, and he was like, "Yeah, no, I really don't care if you cheat because in the end, you're screwing yourself over." I'm like, "I am fine with this logic. I am totally fine with." He didn't even. He wasn't honestly. I mean, he's an interesting teacher. He was the type of teacher who, if you paid him $10, he would raise your score.
Oh
Oh
god.
Oh my god.
He was that type of teacher, yeah. So, I never had to pay him, and I still got 100 though. So, meh. It was a tough
That's
class, actually.
Chat, we got a
that's
smart kid over here.
bad teacher. And then he made it tough so he could make some more money.
He made it tough, yeah, but I still passed. It was like history. History's always a fun little.
I love history.
So-
I'm sorry. I might sound like a nerd, but I love history.
I know, it's awesome. It's like a
It's-
storybook, but
But it actually happened.
I mean, you can't prove that really, but
What do you mean you can't prove that?
it's like if I said aliens was real, you can't really see that aliens are real. You can't see that history's real.
You're
Oh,
basically saying
oh,
all
I think we're getting too deep here.
But all the documents. that
That's a
have
conspiracy
recorded
theory I heard my
this
friend say once.
Especially
I don't actually
video.
believe it, but
that was taken before you could edit it. You could edit things in. You're saying that that's all fake?
I
You're
can't
saying
hear
you lived
you.
in.
I think you're trying to argue my point, which makes sense because I don't personally believe it. That was something my friend told me, but there's definitely something wrong with your mic. I think your volume went halfway when we exited the call earlier when we were testing.
Let me check something. Hold on.
All of a sudden we hear an
Yeah.
explosion.
My volume's on high, guys.
And then his voice just pops up like,
Oh, it's the
"Hi,
wrong
guys!"
mic. Oh my god. I was using the wrong mic.
You're
GG.
using the
That
internal mic.
explains the friggin' noise.
Freaking computer.
I feel like starting over now, but we're not going to.
Yeah,
No, don't start over because of me. Sorry, everybody.
So yeah, Ticket Blaster is a thing that's coming to Chuck E. Cheese's. If you're in, I'm actually really close to San Antonio. I might go and like check. I'm not gonna go check it out. That's gonna
She's
be a
gonna
waste
go
of-
into Chucky, just walk into a kid's playground.
Hell yeah,
Just
man! I love the playset stuff. You have no idea.
please send me a video of that.
Well, I mean, you guys have we've never actually seen each other's faces. Now that I think about it, we can. I have a face cam. Check this out. Boop. Is it coming?
It's a picture of you, Cam.
Yeah, it's a picture. Cyberlink, you can. Please start your webcam.
What? Aw.
Wait, have you got paid for Skype?
No, you don't have to pay for Skype to use the webcam.
Oh, there
Yeah,
you go. Except, wait,
yeah.
who's that?
I think that was
I don't know if
me.
I want to see Joey's face.
He's like
Oh,
tiny. You're
oh, hey, Key.
sup?
Hey.
People are
Oh,
gonna be so weird
hey.
because this isn't being recorded.
I am. I am 5 feet. I am 5'4".
You
I am
really are a little
tiny.
guy. You look so. Oh my god! I have to send.
Oh wait, you're
Oh my
short
god,
too.
like
My-
compared to the chair. Look at the
Hey.
chair and look at him.
Joey, you're short
Oh
too.
man, hold on. Oh
I
man,
am
my Minecraft
5'6".
is in the way. Hold on.
Joey,
I
it's alright.
think.
I'm short as well. We're together in this.
Neither of you guys have web.
Wait, I do. I'm looking for it.
I don't.
Searching.
What?
Important, you are missing out on updates. You may have smoother, faster experiences. Yeah, no, I'm not. Oh my god. Oh my god, I got this. Hold on. Hold on.
I guess
added a
it's
sorcerer's
probably just
hat.
the perspective because I'm using a camera that's up here, like, up here,
Am I
and
too
I'm
tall
down
for
here.
this?
What the fuck?
It's supposed to be a
Can't see
sorcerer's
any of
hat.
this.
Alright, let's
I can't
try.
see any of this.
Let's mix it with stars. Oh, it looks
Really,
like I'm
G?
knocked out.
Finish it.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Finish it.
You just. Okay, what's this? Is this supposed to be a sailor's hat? I'm not gonna mess with it. Oh, hey guy. Oh my god, you look like you're in grade school.
Amber. Oh no, I'm kidding.
Tiny eyes.
I'm like the only one that does not have a webcam.
You don't have a webcam.
Oh,
Aww.
Get outta here.
no. No.
No, he's actually a cat. That's his
Yeah,
Skype picture, by the way. We're still recording, and
Relax.
it's like they're just hearing us talk about webcams. All right, who wants to? Anyone have a story they can shoot out?
Should I do the next story?
Yeah.
Now that your mic's better.
All right. Sorry about that, everyone. Once again.
Oh
All
my
right.
god, the lips
So
are so off sync in Skype for me. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's a troll, and I do not appreciate that. This troll.
Did you know? I want you guys to figure out what word I'm saying.
Poop.
No. The phrase "I love you" and "colorful" have the same lip sync. So when you look at them, they have the. I'm just waving my hand up here. Just.
Well, we can see it. Just
yeah, I
not,
know.
just not the viewers.
I love viewers. You can't see me, but the word "colorful" and the phrase "I love you" have the same lip sync. So when you say them, and you don't say anything, they look like the same word. So you can't tell which one's being said. Why are you playing Pokemon?
But what am I playing on?
Let me show you what Pokemon I'm
Or
playing.
GBA?
Yes.
I can't reach it, and I don't want to
FP.
move.
It's leaf green.
I think we
Wow.
should probably.
Oh my god. Are you screen sharing, Lupe?
Yes.
I
What,
was
are you
sharing
playing
my
Pokemon
screen.
Online?
Oh God.
Oh my god, hold
Okay,
on.
I think
Let
we
me
should get
challenge
this
you.
on track.
Hold
Wait,
on. What's your
I
name?
believe.
What's your name?
Do you think we should
Audacity.
probably? Do you think we really? Do you think we should start with the next story, or should we just
Yeah.
continue?
That's your
with
job,
this?
man. You
While we're
take
going crazy,
you
we should
take
play
the moment
Space
you feel is
Engineers.
correct, and you take your opportunity. You get the story in there. You know.
Sony says PS4, unlike their previous consoles, is already contributing profit.
My God,
Sony
that was loud. Went from absolute just totally quiet Ebony to hello, Sony. I don't know why I changed my voice pitch, but I did. That's the thing you
How do I
can do.
All right.
stop sharing? Okay, there we go.
So yeah,
Yeah,
right.
it's
So
gonna lag out the call.
Sony President Kaz darn it, Japan. Kaz Hirai validated statements made before the PlayStation 4's launch about making more profitable consoles than the PS3.
Now that's interesting because there's
Um,
still games coming out for the PS3, aren't there?
Yeah, it's still it hasn't been they haven't gotten rid of the PS3 yet.
So honestly,
Unfortunately.
I actually am pretty
Fortunate.
happy because I have a PS3, and I actually prefer Sony over Microsoft as a company.
I remember when the PS3 came out and the PS2 was still around. They were still making games for that because it is still the most sold console to this day.
The PS2. I
Yeah,
think you're confusing
Right.
PS2 with the word Wii, mother
no,
truckers.
no. PS2 is the most sold console to this day
Is it really?
over the Wii.
Did
Yeah,
not know that.
163 million
I never
consoles,
got
I
a
believe.
PS2 because there weren't any good games on it that I liked. I think he's
Get
trying to make
out.
a statement, but he's failing
Get
because
out.
no one can
Get
really.
out. Get out now, Key. Get out.
There weren't really any
Leave.
games that I was interested in. There really weren't. There was like the Kingdom Hearts
Yeah.
game, and I thought those looked cool, but I was like, nah, not really gonna get an entire
Well,
system for
what do you?
one game. That was
It's
actually a
there was
comment
not
last
one.
week.
Yeah.
Hmm.
About what? Kingdom Hearts?
No, someone was asking why someone was saying that the only reason they would buy an Xbox, because remember last week we had the Kinect thing?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Halo 5. That was me.
So, someone was saying that the only reason they would buy an Xbox, come on, someone broke my chest, would be to get Halo 5, right?
That was me.
And then, that was you?
Yeah.
No, that
Yeah.
was...
No, no, I'm a Halo
Fish.
fanboy.
Oh no, not you, someone in the comments.
Oh right, right.
And then
I
Char
said that in
came
the
up
call.
and she was all like, what did she say? She was like, why would you pay for an entire console to get one game? Right?
Because Halo is amazing. Well, actually, I'm not sure anymore. I don't
Um.
I
know after
mean, when you can get
343.
the equivalent on PC for free.
You can't.
mm,
Halo's not on PC.
Not Halo, but
Oh,
games that are
It's
copying
called an
Halo, but do it better.
emulator.
Yeah, emulators suck though, and you can't even play online.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
don't use emulators, or at least if
I
I
use them when I
I make
record.
sure it's
Like
I only use an emulator if I can't find the game on like GameFly or any sort of gaming
yeah,
service. I tried
I
to pay for
play.
games.
Yeah, I just started a new series because I decided to get rid of Legend of Zelda. I was gonna play through that, but I decided not to. I'm gonna do Ace Attorney now on my channel.
Ace Attorney.
I don't
Oh man, my
Ace
friends
Attorney.
have been telling me that I'd love that, and I've never gotten
It's
on.
it's on it's on the phone. It's on the phone.
What? Ace
It's
Attorney is
yeah.
not
You
on
can
the
get
phone.
yeah. It is. I have it.
How
Well,
did they
it's
put
gonna
it
be
on the
hard for you guys.
phone? Actually, I've never played an Ace Attorney game, so I don't know how complicated it is, so it might be very, very easy to put on a phone. But I don't know.
Oh, you guys
I
can't see
guess
that,
good for
can you?
them, though, because,
Yeah,
Slightly.
they did get
yeah. It's
FTL
hard to
on...
see, but
Oh, I see it, yeah.
you guys probably can't see it very well. But Ace Attorney, you get all three games actually for $20. So
Cool.
yeah, if you want to try one of them, you can just get one of them if you want.
excuse
I
me.
have a demo that I've not actually started, you know?
Yeah.
Need to do
I
that.
bought all three of them on here. I bought all three of them on here so I can play them on the go. But I'm going to be playing the second one on my channel on Sundays, so I got to record that one
How many
tomorrow.
are there? Because they don't have
There's
numbers.
three. They were originally on the Game Boy Advanced actually, and some of the visuals are really good for the Game Boy, but they ported it over to the
For
DS.
the Game Boy, keep that in mind.
Game Boy
People
Advanced.
Game Boy Advance
absolutely
SP.
tear up some old games just because of how they look, and it's like, I'm gonna be honest, there are some games that I prefer in an 8-bit style, like Child of Light. I know I
It
mentioned
was
Child of
16-bit.
Light a lot recently, but
When was
that
it?
game is very simplified in its graphics.
It's amazing.
It's fun as shit though.
Yeah, it's a very simplified graphic style, and while its characters and story have terrible rhyming, they are very well made for the game they are in. They are very well made for the world they are in. They are very simplified for the environment around them in that very artsy style. And I think that really, I think I prefer having that simplified artsy style to a super high def graphic thing with just walls everywhere, because walls aren't very interesting to look at. If you've ever played Minecraft, you know when you build a house, it's going to look bad because you just have flat walls and you don't really know what to do about it, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, what do you mean the story's just shit?
No, the rhyming is absolute crap. How am I can't understand the story at all because I can't get past how bad their rhyming is.
What do you expect? They made a game where they have to make every single dialogue rhyme. I
There have
mean,
been games that
they
have
had
done
to
that
sit
and they've
there.
been much better.
Dr.
Okay.
Seuss.
They've had to sit there for like
Hours.
Very
hours
little
and
effort
hours,
has been put
just
into the
sitting there,
Gosh,
rhyming.
my
That's
like
dog's
all I'm
rhyming
going to
Oh, hold
everything.
on.
say. Very little effort has clearly been
Yeah,
put into the
there's not
rhyming.
much, but they had to sit there for a while, sitting there rhyming.
Dog's barking. I'm gonna have
I
to
mean,
mute my mic
it's
for
the
a second.
same. You have to write dialogue for any game. Like imagine an RPG, right? there's a lot of dialogue in an RPG because those are story-driven. Well, yeah, those are story-driven games, and naturally, as that happens, although saying that, video games tend to not have a lot of dialogue. It's mostly because they're an interactive by nature. They don't need dialogue as much to convey story as look, explosions. But I just I can't I don't like the rhyming in that game. It's very annoying. It's very wonky. Some of the lines they just don't make sense until you read them 5 or 6 times, and that just kills pacing in a game for me. Still, Child of Light's a very good game, and Sony, in terms of the PS2 and the PS3, I think they recognize that games
Back.
don't need super big pixelated quality to sell a game, and that's why they're sticking
It's
with their PS3.
It's gameplay. It's gameplay. Oh my god! Seriously, darn dogs. I'm
I don't
sorry if that
sleep.
gets up.
Did you turn into a dog for a second there?
Yes, I
Gonna
did.
turn into
No,
Stitch
but
next. Mega Naga
no.
Krishna! I can't do Stitch voice, sorry. I apologize.
SpongeBob.
Okay. But hi, buddy. Sorry, my dogs were barking at the mailman or something. I hope they didn't pick up in the the chat
I have a
the video.
bird, and I know that feel, bro.
I
It's
agree.
like, why are you mad? I don't know, I want to be mad. Deal, brah. I think he muted his mic. Oh, okay. Yeah, because he's leaving his chair. Okay, bye guy.
Hmm.
So, I guess there's
Alright.
nothing really else to add on the subject of PlayStation 4 being successful. Although, it is surprising me that it's so much skeleton. It's so much more successful than Xbox One, because I don't really see many differences between the two. Especially
There's
now
a
they
lot.
removed the Kinect.
There's lying. Lying is a bit of a difference.
Small bit. Is Matt here?
Yeah, he's here.
Darn dogs.
I just laughed. Ha ha ha.
We were talking about the differences between Xbox and PS4. I said lying was a pretty big one.
One of the one of the guys at GameStop who was obviously a Xbox One fanboy. He's like, the PS4 decided to do all that stuff before the Xbox, but instead of actually going through with it, they decided not to, and the Xbox was man enough to actually admit to their mistakes. And I'm just like,
Not so much admit to their mistakes, so much as not commit them. Although, ultimately, I don't think they made it thinking that the people would not like it, because keep in mind, many PC titles like Steam has DRM. They keep everything always online. Um, it's just in a console, you're not
except you can
expect.
play the games.
Yeah,
You can play the games offline if you
yeah. No,
download them.
you have to log into Steam within a week, or the game, or it won't let you play the games online or offline. Did you not
Yeah.
know that?
No, I
Steam
didn't.
will not let you play a game because it thinks you're pirating then if you're offline too often.
Huh.
So Steam keeps on DRM, but keep in mind, Steam is a computer. It's designed to connect to the internet. Consoles don't need to
Yeah.
connect to the internet to function. That's just, oh my god, why are there so many mobs down here? Um, I'm not even kidding. There's like 3 creepers and like over a dozen. Oh, good, the creeper killed them all. Anyways, the point is, consoles aren't made to connect to the internet. They're very bulky and they're just not made for internet play. I think one of the things you notice, that's something you notice a lot when you start really trying to get into the multiplayer competitive scene on on the consoles, like even the Wii, actually especially the Wii, is just not made for online play, and so many game developers are like, hey, we have a console and everyone likes
It
doing
can
stuff
connect to the
online.
internet.
Yeah, so if we have it connected to the internet, we can have them play online, and there's so many things you can do. But the thing is, consoles weren't made to,
What is up
like,
with these dogs? Can you guys hear that?
yeah, we
Yep.
can. I don't mind.
Okay.
Um, but consoles weren't made to connect to the internet, and they were made for like two people playing together in a living room. You know, like
Yeah.
they weren't. They were made to like play arcade games
You
at
know,
home, so you wouldn't have to like go spend 5 bajillion
the
quarters.
original. Yeah, the original NES actually only had slots for two controllers.
Yeah, well, originally they weren't made for playing games together with other people, but that's what they evolved
Yeah.
into because that's what they consoles are naturally good at. And so when you
Yeah.
try to
While
put
as
in,
computers, you gotta. While as computers, you gotta be one person. I remember in one of the Lego Star Wars games, you could play two people with one keyboard. You would have to have WSAD as one person, IJKL as another person, and the inventory was G for the one guy, H for the other person. It was just basically the backwards of everything else, and you could basically play two people if you were good enough.
cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, you could have
Mm.
two people and you were playing at the same time,
Either way,
which
I think consoles need to calm down with the online connectivity stuff. Honestly, you've seen Towerfall Ascension, right? The developer made a comment saying that he likes online, but he didn't think it was right for Towerfall. And you guys know what Towerfall is, right?
The
How do I describe
platformer,
it?
the 2v2 or whatever platformer.
It's a
Oh, sorry.
platformer with bows competitively where people have to fight each other and you have to shoot one person with the bow and whoever dies first loses, you know? It's that type of thing.
Hmm.
then that's not an online game.
It's not an online game, and that's the developer says he doesn't think being competitive is as fun online. He thinks it's better to see the other person, like, I guess, cry in defeat or laugh in your face because he's kicking your butt.
Yeah.
And I can see that, you know? I can see why. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I can see why online play would hurt sort of the environment of the game and why, after all, Ascension is so much better for its co-op. Its co-op is amazing. Why wouldn't you want co-op in the game? But you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Eh.
Well, when I
Actually,
like, would you say like with the consoles being better for just being in the same room as the other person? Like, if I were to go to a friend's house and go kick their ass in Halo, it would be much more satisfying than kicking their ass just over the internet.
yeah.
Yeah,
Although then you're
I
still in
guess you
half
could.
his screen, so I don't know.
Yeah, and you're standing right next to him, so if
Have
you
you ever
do
had
really
the
well,
annoying friend who pushed you in the middle of the game? It's just like
Oh, I hated
a
that.
little tug of war.
me and my friend used to play Star Wars Battlefront 2, which still holds up to this day as a really fun game.
Wait, do you have that
Yeah, I have it on
on
Steam.
Steam?
Yeah,
I'm playing it
and
right now. Get on it.
sweet. Oh, don't have it installed. Darn it. But
Installed right now.
it's it's basically um, fish. You know how this goes, but it had land battles and space battles. In the space battles, you could fly around and shoot other people in dogfights.
Run into their you had to go inside the enemy ship, like just deactivate
Blow it
all
up
of their crap, and then
in
just
like an
explode their
espionage
ship.
mission. You could bring multiple people on like multiple ships inside the ship. You could bring a special ship that lets you spawn on that ship, so that you can have like a
Just
infiltration
continuous
party
flow of
and
people.
just attack the ship. And
So it was
once you
like
brought
EVE
down all the
Online.
yeah, and it's not just like all of them are just there for show. All of the things that you brought down did something. Like the engines, sometimes you could get sometimes the ship would make it so they didn't take damage as if you had missed. The shields, obviously the shields, communication ray, it helps ships that were flying to know where other enemy ships were, and if you take that down, it's harder for them to find other ships. The bridge, I think that one was just there for show, wasn't it, Fish?
I don't know. It was just there to like show that you could kick their ass really hard.
Yeah, and
Can't remember.
there was another one. Oh, life support systems. That one was to heal you while you were inside the ship. But if that broke, then
This is
you
sounding
lose that.
increasingly like an FTL than a different like point of view.
Yeah, but it's in 3D and it's real time. It's real time.
That
And the
game was
final,
amazing for the era it was in.
yeah, and there was also the number three's coming out by EA soon, but I don't know how that's going to be. And the last one was the turret module, which would have automated turrets so that they would fire on enemy ships. But if you took that down,
Yeah, you could just get you could get into all their ships and just it's over.
yeah, that's the first
Swap.
thing you wanted to take down, and that was in the center of the ship as well.
So you had to you had to be either really stealthy or just have a large party of people, which
And
was generally really hard to get into the ship if you had a huge
Yeah.
party of ships. It was like you just get gunned down. So you had to really coordinate it.
yeah, and this is the space battles. And the land battles, you could get Jedi and like special characters that could fight for
I
you,
think you can
and
still
you
get
could fight
Jedi in
as them.
space.
Can you?
I don't know. When did this
I
game
don't
come
think
out?
it came out in 2003.
Uh,
But you could also get different. It was like basically Star Wars. It was basically Battlefront 3 style, where you have to capture different places.
it's like a
And
CTF almost. Not
yeah,
CTF.
capture. No, it was capture the flag
Capture points.
basically.
It was like Conquest.
Yeah, it was Conquest.
That was amazing. You just went around. You took individual points, and each point you took became a respawn point for everyone else.
Oh, you mean like point as in like an actual area?
It was like a little
Yeah.
circle that had like a glowing light, and it was either red or blue. And then obviously blue
The
is
red
really.
ones were the enemy, and the blue ones were you.
So if you
And
took
had
a
to
red
capture-
one, then that would become like respawn points for
man.
everyone.
And-
You could pick where you
That
and
wanted.
the
red
idea
blue
was-
thing has me so messed up right now. I've been playing a game called
Yeah.
Sub War Steel Diver, and you know the the teams are it's red versus blue, right? Teams
Yeah.
in its multiplayer, and it's a really good game. But
It was released on Halloween 2005. Sorry.
okay,
Oh.
but it's really annoying because if you're on the red team, your enemies still show up as red and you still show up as blue. Your team shows up as red and your enemies show up as blue. So half the time, if I'm on the red team, I have to like actively look for blue team, and I'm like, are they my friends or my enemies? Because normally blue means good, you know.
Yeah.
That's something I have
But
to, like,
the
keep in
final,
mind.
yeah. Just one last thing to say. The idea of the different capture points was once you captured them all, you would
Pretty much
you
one.
could-
You had to go hunt down everyone else.
yeah, you had to hunt down everyone else before they captured another point so that they could respawn because there were no more capture points for you to respawn at for reinforcements. So if there was only one capture point down, that's where everyone would spawn, and it would be much harder to get that one. But if there were more that they had, it would be more spread out,
So you had
and it
to
would
get
be
every
easier to
single
capture.
It was very
trolley hidey
tactical.
hole.
So it was like if they were taking that one, you had to optimize how many you could take, or whether
Yes.
you should just defend it.
Yeah, and it required a lot of teamwork. And basically, I just want to say also, the console version, it had about 42 people on each side, AI, fighting each other at the same time. This
I
was the
love
PS2
that.
and the Xbox. And the PC version, which we have right now, I have both versions. The PC one, you can have 124 people on each side fighting each other. Raging battles, ships, vehicles. There were vehicles as well. Vehicles, land troops,
Right.
everything. The Hoth map was my favorite.
I
it
can't
is
remember which
just-
one was my favorite. I think it was. I don't even remember.
There were also some inside ones, which would
not exactly
there were
something
there was like
you
Jabba's
want.
Palace. Yeah, there was also Jabba's Palace, which was
Java's Paris
32 on 32.
sucked. I actually hated that map. I
Yeah.
could never navigate my way around it.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird map, but there was the Rancor, which was awesome.
Oh yeah, you could kill people with a rancor.
Yeah, you could like shoot
You
the
kill
trap
people with a
door.
raincoat.
Rancor.
A Rancor.
You've watched
you-
Star Wars, right?
No,
Oh god.
Yeah, me neither.
a raincoat. That sounds like
It's like
it
it's a
sounds
giant
like a
it's a
character
giant
from League of
beast.
Legends.
It's a giant beast that eats people whole.
Just eat your
Oh.
face off.
That's
Yeah.
not-
And if you got grabbed by it, you could not get out. And there was a trap door in Jabba's
Oh, you
Palace.
could if someone else killed it.
Yeah, if they were standing on top of it and you shot it, it would make them fall down, and the Rancor would grab them and eat them.
Of course he'd eat them.
Even if it was a droid, like a robot.
Yeah.
I that game though. It was fun.
It
How
was a barrel of fun,
that type
especially
of
the
guy
space
can't
battles.
really travel in space, can he?
What?
A Rancor, like this giant monster dude?
No, it was only on that map.
Actually, now that I think about it, you know FTL. How did a
Yeah.
mantis travel in space?
What do you mean?
Because they
They
have,
play.
like, claws, don't they? They have
Well,
pincers,
they
they'd be like...
probably have buttons. It's probably all buttons, and you just have to poke
But I
them.
mean, try operating a freaking... If you don't have opposable thumbs, there's gonna be a lot of issues trying to get into space.
That's
Just
true, I
saying.
They're
guess.
like, all right, we're gonna launch a ship. You just need to steer it straight. And they're like, I can't hold it.
I need a specially designed joystick. That would be so
Oh yeah,
sad.
just. I bet they have opposable thumbs or something.
But they have, like, murder claw
That's
things,
probably
don't they?
Posable claws.
well. That's why they have an Engi slave.
He's not a slave, he fights for them.
Yeah, he is. Dude, have you not noticed that on every mantis ship they have one Engi?
NG,
Why would they have an
yeah,
Engi?
but he's not a slave, he fights for them, and he's, like, repairing and
It's
shit.
they literally say that sometime in one of the things they give you their Engi slave as
Yeah, the
freedom.
mantis ships.
I do not recall
Well,
this event.
it happens in the mantis sector, like a mantis sector. Like
I
if
do not.
you can chase a ship, and if they jump away, you can chase them, and you can go to them, and they have an even bigger
Oh,
ship.
yeah.
And if you take that one down to almost extinction, they will say, "Fine, take our Engi slave and leave us alone."
They're like, take our singular Engi.
And then now they can't steer the ship, they're, like, screwed.
Yeah. Although I think on the bigger ships they have two.
Hmm,
This is like a mantis assault ship,
that's pretty funny, they just can't.
like the one that Kazakh.
They managed to get into space
That's-
by being pirates. That explains a lot, actually, in that game.
Yeah, I was playing Space Engineers last night. We were playing as basically the worst pirates in all of history, because they just added the ability for cargo ships to have guns that shoot at you,
Yeah.
and that was a surprise when we took our big ship there and they just blew it up, and we were basically
That's pretty funny. I like
yeah.
explosions, so I approve of this game.
Explosions are fun.
Alright,
Yeah.
we got
Well, we should probably get back to news. So
yeah, another topic. So we have Hyrule Warriors for the Wii U.
I'm really excited for this one, actually.
It's screenshots of the hack and slash Hyrule Warriors game. I'm not sure. I think it might
Hack
just be
and
like an
slash?
arena game.
wait,
I'm
hack
pretty.
and
I'm,
slash?
yeah, I think it's just you're in an arena. Mobs come at you. You just kill
It's
a
like
bunch
a
of mobs.
fighter. You know Dynasty Warriors?
Yeah, kind of like that, but Legend of Zelda.
It's a spin-off title, by the way.
Oh,
I'm really liking it, because, like, I mean, we have, like, Mario
sorry.
40 by now, right? It's like, Nintendo's all about the repeated same thing over and over. So I appreciate them trying something different.
They can do some different things. Like I believe they were the ones that did. I mean,
It being Nintendo?
it being Nintendo, their flagship titles Zelda, Mario, and um, third one, third one, third one, third one. What's the third one?
Metroid, Star Fox,
No, no,
Donkey Kong, which is technically
that
Mario.
one. I don't. I can't remember
Mario
what the third one is.
Kart, Mario Land.
That's still Mario.
I
Pokemon.
mean,
Pokemon.
that's definitely a good one. With plenty of spin-off titles,
all
mind you.
three of those things were some of the first of the entire world. I mean, we hadn't seen many platformers until Mario came along. We hadn't seen an open world game ever until Zelda came along, and we
I would
hadn't
like
seen.
to point out that Mario was based off of a platformer.
I know. It was based off of Super Mario, which was which was an arcade cabinet.
That wasn't made by Nintendo, was it? The original Mario?
It was. It was. Super Mario was based off Donkey Kong, which Donkey Kong's
Yeah, that.
which the Mario in that actually rescues. She doesn't. He doesn't rescue Princess Peach.
Yeah.
He
A little bit
rescues
of game
another lady.
trivia there. Comment below if you know who he actually rescues. Because
Oh,
I
by the
totally
way,
forgot.
yeah, and the name Mario is based off their gardener at Nintendo headquarters.
What?
Yeah,
That's interesting. I guess,
It's
you
like, we have
know,
a name? It's like, what's a gardener? Mario. Okay, we'll do that.
I mean, he sounds Italian, you know? Although, I guess in 8-bit you can't really tell someone's ethnic region.
yeah.
I
Although he
mean,
does have the big poofy mustache that comes with stereotypical Italians.
is that stereotypical to Italians or just,
Italians.
Latinos.
I'd think of Russians when I think giant mustaches. I don't know about you guys.
Be right back, guys. Hold on.
Alright. Just me?
I think it's just Yuki.
I always think of, like, really big muscled Russians that are like, oh, you want to fight with me? You know?
In Mother Russia, cat get posted. No, internet get posted on cat.
Yeah, that's kind of what I that's kind of what I think of when I think giant mustache, like super manly, big, tough guy type of deal.
Yeah. You know it's illegal to drive a car that's dirty in Russia?
Did not know that. Not sure how useful that information is to me, not being in Russia, but, you know, in case I ever travel to Russia.
Yeah, don't drive a car that's dirty.
I have a
There
pretty
you
good
go.
car. My car has been through Hurricane Katrina, and it still works perfectly fine. I'm
Oh,
just like,
wow.
yes, I like this car.
I have to worry about earthquakes.
Do you? What
Maybe it's.
region?
I just realized. Maybe it's because of my black hair that
I
you
am
think my
all
head's small.
over the
But
hurricane region. Like we have literally a generator in our basement and everything, because there's so
wow.
many earthquake here.
Well, you can still watch TV during an earthquake. I'm not a hurricane.
No, you can't because usually the power's out.
But you said you had a generator.
Well, yeah, but TV doesn't go on from generator. Normally use generator for like heating and lights and stuff.
Yeah, but
Living
if you have some, yeah, I know. But yeah,
requirements.
I was. I know.
To live,
Hmm. I
survive.
could watch TV, but I could live. But I could watch TV.
Well, that depends on like what you're watching. If you're gonna
Live.
watch like frigging Mean Girls, then you know, go for it. Screw life. Living's overrated anyways, I promise.
Yeah.
The older you get, the more you realize how stupidly overrated living is. Like, just stop. Don't. It's not worth it.
Really, really, fish. Really.
What's he doing?
Yes.
Look at the chat.
Uh,
An emergency came
I
up. What kind of emergency? Masturbation.
I saw nothing.
That never happened.
I've not seen a single thing at all. Oh, I need to take Mad out. Not Mad. Is it Mad? Yeah, I need to take Mad out of the active members list that are talking right now. I need a new picture for this.
Oh,
Alright.
why madly?
He
Had to
has
go.
to go out of town. A
Ah,
lot of people aren't around this week, which I guess is a good thing for discussion, because now it's like less people talking.
yeah,
I
it's just
say
us
that.
three. Yeah, it's
But
just us three.
yeah, no. Char also had to leave because she's graduating. I'm graduating. I
Yeah.
actually,
Oh, congratulations, by the way.
thank you, dude.
Or
There's
or
this.
as a Nintendo game would say it, congratulations.
Actually, as a note, um, one of the colleges I was seriously considering when I'm gonna look at the camera for this. One of the colleges I was considering was University of Texas in Austin because they have a really big engineering program, and so
For engineering?
when
Wow.
I was graduating, I didn't get accepted right away, so that kind of sucks. But they're a really big college. They had a graduation ceremony, and I figured, hey, I'm about to have a graduation ceremony myself. I'm gonna go and watch this. It is so good. Let me see if I can put in the link. It's actually Kingdom Gaming has this playlist called Ideas. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but a lot of things that I find interesting, I'll put it in here. That's the playlist for a bunch of interesting videos I found that were really thought-provoking for me. And so at the very last one, you'll see it's University of Texas's Austin 2014 commencement ceremony. It's really good. It's like 20 minutes. It's the introductory speech to the graduation just after they turn the tassel. Um, so something to look for if you're after the podcast. Give that a listen because
Huh.
it's really inspirational. It's pretty funny too. The guy's he's from the Navy, and he talks about what's it like being in the Navy and how his first squad training went and all the lessons he learned from being in the Navy and being that you can take from life and being a college graduate and going out there and actually changing the world. So that's cool.
Huh.
I just realized Mad never got to introduce his topic, did he?
No.
Nope.
Should I introduce or does someone else want to do it?
I'll do it.
All right.
Or wait, are we finished with Hyrule Warriors?
I believe we are. Or no. Yes. No.
I'm done.
You're done? He's done. All right. Let me see if I can pull up. Yeah, here it is. So Super Smash Bros. Wii U will be using the NFC thing, which is it's the thing that lets you connect
Network.
multiple different things together. So if you have like 3 Wii U's in the same room, you can connect them all into
For some reason.
yeah, you can connect them all to the same thing. So you don't have to share screens basically. You can use completely different Wii U controllers and stuff.
I don't know if they have this where you guys are, but in where I am, we have this thing called the gaming truck, where for parties, if you want to just play video games for the entire party, they bring a truck full of like 20 TVs and 20 Xboxes, and you can just play games with your friends in a LAN-based thing right
I
there.
don't think we
I
have
saw
that
that.
here. I've never
like,
heard of that. What?
We have one which is the gaming limo. You just get driven around in a limo. It has um one TV. It's not meant for like a bunch of people. It's like 4 people. It has like one TV and a couple like Call of Duty, Halo, and all that shit. You just get driven around like wherever they live in, like Perth, Sydney, whatever, wherever it is. Just driven around for like 2 hours so you can play video games in a limo. It's like, why?
Why
Why?
not? Why
Because you're
not?
rich as
Because
hell, and
you're in a fucking
because you want to
limo.
say to your kids, I rode a limo and I spent the entire time playing
I'm
Xbox because I
rich.
don't like being outside.
I'm rich.
That app does not make you rich, Ibney. I'm not sure if you know that.
Yes, it does.
That some of the apps are so stupid. Okay. I can't be bothered to talk anymore about this. So, has anyone played anything? Okay. Has anyone played any interesting games recently?
All right.
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
How was it?
I've heard that's
Yeah,
really
how was
good. I've
it?
not played it myself.
That game is absolutely amazing.
Well, it is from Bethesda, so
Yeah,
I've-
you'd expect a lot.
I've heard really good things about it, but I don't know what it is. I've seen like 2 clips. I heard it had a nudity scene.
Yeah, I think so. It's R18, which thank God. Oh my God.
all
Dude,
right. You guys have a different
we
rating system.
we literally just got
I feel
18
bad.
plus games allowed in Australia.
Yeah, you
Like,
got
in the
that
Yeah, no,
like
I heard about
6
that.
months
You guys
ago.
had trouble with South Park, didn't you?
Yeah, South
Yeah.
Park and what was the game? The game that got it through. I forgot. No, I think it was South Park. The game that got it actually passed.
Yeah, but
We
it had
we
like
we're
all
only
your scenes replaced with text. Now, fun fact: I've seen all the scenes that are banned in your country.
wait. Which ones?
South Park.
Go look
There's
them
like
up on
3
YouTube. They're kind
abortions.
of.
Don't worry, you're not missing anything. Let me put it that way.
No, I think no. I have them. No, I think they're all that. Wait, what do you mean?
Like
Which ones?
the
They're
abortion scenes
the
in
ones
South
where.
Park are censored in Australia.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
What were you aborting Randy's nuts?
Yeah.
No, they're there.
They're there. I've heard that they were all banned with like I saw pictures of the game being blocked out with and then play your character.
No, wait a minute. I got mine off Steam though, so that might be the reason.
That might help. Hmm. Did not know that they
I
weren't
think if you
blocked.
bought it in store, it might it might have been blocked.
Everyone needs to get a PC. See, this is
That's why I
why.
don't buy PC Master Race.
That's funny.
But
Just
yeah,
bypass the entire
Wolfenstein.
government legislation
They
by
they
buying from a
had they
distant
had
store.
they had a picture that's just like this, and they had it replaced with text. The audience can't see what I'm
Oh yeah,
doing
they had
yet.
a koala or something, didn't they?
Yeah, just crying.
Yeah, they had like a
Mm.
sad koala. I remember
But
that
no,
because
when I played, all the abortion stuff was there. Everything was there.
yeah, that was a funny
Even
game.
the like the
Freaking
people like
towards the end, that was so disgusting. Disgusting, the old grandpa, the government
That
agent.
was
I'm not sure if you finished the other
yeah,
game. This might be a spoiler for you.
I did.
Okay,
Nah,
that was kind of
that
tricky.
ending music.
yeah, it's like because he can make so many Facebook friends at once.
It's. Do you realize how valuable that is? We didn't even have that many. You got like, I got like
I
30
got
or
all of them. I
40
got as many.
before you.
I got all of them. I got like
How many were there total? Just 100.
120, I think.
I think that's the.
26. I
Hmm.
can't remember. Somewhere between that range.
Well, that
But yeah,
doesn't
no,
honestly
I got.
sound very impressive.
Oh no. The one thing that really pissed me off with that game, oh, the fucking Chimpokemon. There was two that you could.
Pokemon.
No, not the actual collecting of them. Well, actually, yes, the collecting of them. There was two that you could not get if you didn't get them in a mission.
Oh, in the correct spot. Yeah, I remember that.
I actually lost it. I was like, why can't I find this Pokemon?
There was like a
I looked
Steam
at all the
achievement and
Pokemon
everything
locations,
for getting them all, and they're just
and I
like,
was
nope,
like,
you can't
and
get
it
it
was
if
like,
you didn't come on
uh,
time.
oh, you can't get the Gym Pokemon because you missed it in the mission. You can't replay the mission. I'm like,
That was so weird to me.
if you have to get it in the mission, put a
Like your game
replay.
is about exploration, right? Why would you have game parts of your game sealed off and then you have collectibles in those parts? That makes no sense.
Oh man, that
Yeah.
actually that really pissed me
It
off. I'm
def-
like, no,
it
I'm not
defeats the
Fish.
point of being collectible.
Yeah.
It defeats the point of like
Fish, if you want, you can just go
searching.
into the game code and unlock it.
probably, but
Yeah, but no, Steam has an achievement for it. That's what makes it worth.
Yeah.
That's
Or
the
you
only
could
reason
just go
I
into the game
bought it.
code and unlock that Steam achievement.
yeah,
You can literally just go into the game code because it has for Steam achievements they have an option in the game code. It's like Steam achievement, then the name, and then there's a subscript that says
Well, for those of us who
unlocked.
don't hack all of our games, Ibney,
Okay,
it
I'm
was
sorry. I've
fun
taken a
to
bit of
collect them
programming.
legitimately
all.
earning
It was a
achievements.
lot of fun collecting them all, and it was like they had some really great. One of the gym Pokemon was a beet,
Pokemon.
which I found was really
I'm
funny.
just saying if you mess up, there's that. If you
Oh yeah, and then Cartman's mom's dildos. The Black Thunder.
I remember that, yeah.
Anyway, this went from being a conversation about Wolfenstein to now South Park. But
The South Park is
yep,
great. You should
yeah,
watch
that's
South Park if you haven't in a while.
watch it. I'll
Or
buy
you
it.
shouldn't, because let's be honest, once you're in there, you're not coming out.
But yeah, Wolfenstein's really good. Um, it's just guts and gore and action and shit on top of that, and then more guts and gore, and then
What's it
women.
about?
And then it's literally about
It's about-
it's like a it's a it's altered history. It's like the Nazis, except
the Nazis won.
it's the Nazis won because of the fact that they had like mechs and like hell advanced weaponry.
Okay, I like this.
And the Americans had nothing. The Americans just had their guns and all that shit. It was like altered history, except Nazis were really good and the Americans sucked.
Yeah.
And so you got your ass kicked, and then you became like a potato for 14 years, and then the war was over.
Is potato like a historic term I'm not aware of?
I don't know, like a vegetable, like you couldn't do anything.
So you actually turned into a potato.
It's a term for when like you can't do anything for yourself.
Okay, see, that's what I was thinking. Like, that's probably a political term that I do not know, and I feel dumb not knowing it.
That's what you call. That's what anyway I say if someone can't do anything for themselves and they can't move or talk or anything.
They're a
They're a
potato.
vegetable, whatever. But yeah, you become like a vegetable and you go to an insane asylum and for 14 years, and then the and then the whole
Then you
place
get
gets broken
out.
into, and then the exact moment the whole place gets
Nazis rule the
broken
streets.
into, you like somehow manage to not become a potato anymore, and then stab some guy
You,
with a knife and take his gun. But
and then you become a
oh my
freedom
god,
fighter against the Nazis.
I I did some recording yesterday of it because I don't know, I just felt like playing some more Wolfenstein. It's that good, and because I already have like three, four more episodes pre-recorded, and I was playing some, and just before I ended the mission, you get out of the car, and the granddad is like, "We wait here. You kill all the Nazis, every single Nazi." And you're like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, and then the daughter tries to get out of the car, and he's like, "No, you stay in the car." And then he's like, "We will wait here for you. You can go around, kill everyone." And you're like,
Yeah.
"Holy shit!"
So
This
you're just
guy
You're
gonna
just
be a
like
being
murder
really
boss.
blunt with
everything.
this.
So it's
I kind of
extremely.
want to hear it for the story aspect. I'm not sure how good it is.
It's not really a story. It's more just action. I figured out. I realized that aiming. Do not aim in that game. It doesn't matter. Just go around and shoot everything.
Yeah,
Aiming.
but it's still a fun game.
Oh yeah, it's
But I
extremely fun.
what I played this week. What I played this week. Um, hmm, I played a lot of FTL. I
Naturally.
started a bit more of. I of course you got to play it some of it every week. I played a bit of Project Zomboid multiplayer, which was a bit of fun. Last night I played a lot of Space Engineers. I told you about that though. I did my recording of The Walking Dead and also Ace Attorney, and that's kind of it.
I haven't been recording very much lately. Um, so as a game I wanted to talk about, I found a JRPG called Aterno's Blade, and I forgot how crap JRPGs have gotten lately. It's literally like you start out and in the game, and it's like it looks like you're in like a gameplay thing, and I'm like, oh, I get to start killing people already. And so you start out in like this forgotten wasteland thing, and then you you take 2 steps forward and cutscene immediately. I'm like, why did you let me walk? Okay, so in the cutscene, the village is destroyed by this big evil villain guy who's like, oh, I'm gonna take over the world. And then he goes and he summons a bunch of dudes in armor, and you're like, no. And then a stranger gives you a sword, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go stab people.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
No, he was like, I'm
I,
dying, take my sword. And then immediately after he's gone, she's like, why
oh,
can't
so
I
it is like
remember his face? Dun dun dun. So
because he was a
totally
forgettable
had the
character.
fanfare.
Dun dun dun.
Anyways, so you have your sword, and your sword you immediately go after the Dark Lord, and he kills you, right? But you find out your
Yep.
sword has the magical ability to transverse time, to a limit of your own magical ability. So as you level up, you get more magic power, and you can use that to revert, like use it in gameplay to like turn back time, or you would think that would be
Doesn't
the
sound that
case.
bad.
You would think that would be the
Doesn't sound
case,
that.
but it doesn't work properly or something. Whenever you try to turn it back, it will be like, not enough magic. You have to have your magic bar at full capacity to do it at all, and then it doesn't deplete very fast, but it goes up to like 2 seconds. So it's just easier to just stab everyone. And the thing is, the combat is kind of fun, but it keeps getting interrupted by freaking story elements, and you step on a spike and you're one hit dead. Um,
Oh,
and there are
well,
spikes
that's kind of how the world works. So,
well, no, but the spikes blend in perfectly with the ground, so it's super frustrating because it's like I'm just walking around looking for the way to go because it's a side scroller game, right? And then bam, I'm
yeah.
dead. And you have to go through the cutscenes all over again. It doesn't let you skip any of the
Oh my
cutscenes, and
god.
there's like a new story cutscene every like 2 to 3 screens because you have like this guardian angel person who's like watching over you or whatever. And so she's always like, watch out for X monster with X
It's
skill.
Navi. It's Navi.
She's an actual person, but she's basically Navi functionally, and it's super like
Press
annoying.
the jump button to jump.
No, there is a cutscene that says that does the whole time blade thing, like after you die, but there's no checkpoint until like 5 minutes after, and I kept dying to the suits and armor that are right after because they're super hard. That's something I will say though. It is really hard, and if you want to succeed, you have to really work for it. And I really appreciate that because not a lot of games challenge me lately. Um, and the combat is super fluid, like I said. You can just like stab. This for the 3DS, and basically everything you do stun locks the enemy, and it's single player, so it's totally fine to stun lock everything. So basically, it's a matter of how many hits can I get on this guy. There's like a fun little combo meter, and you do more damage as your combo goes up. Um, it's pretty fun, I have to say, but it drives me absolutely mad how the story works. I just can't get the time element doesn't work. You have like this dash that is totally useless. It stops whenever you're in front of an enemy. Um, but if you're close enough to the enemy and you do it, you'll jump behind the enemy and you'll do like this counter backstab thing, right? So I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. So I keep trying to do it, but I keep just warping like not even an inch, like just this tiny little pixel forward, and it's like bump. It makes that bump sound when you hit an enemy, and you're like, oh, why could I was totally close enough, and yeah, it's just real annoying.
So, just a letdown,
The only
basically.
combat, the combat is fun, but other than that, it's crap. Even you pretty much tell it's a JRPG from the fact that the girl is wearing a skirt made out of battle armor. So, Aterno's Blade, everyone, go for it. There's a demo, I believe, and that's
On the eShop.
on the eShop. Yeah, so that was
Hmm.
fun.
Well,
There's also
um,
Brunch Panic, which I think I wanted to talk about, but I don't really remember what I was gonna say about it. Um, Imagine Cooking Mama and Papa Louie had a baby. You know Papa Louie, right? It's kind of like a
yeah.
um, it's basically you are a woman who likes to cook and likes to travel, and so you have this traveling bus thing, and you make money by cooking, and it's pretty self-explanatory, really.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's what
If
I played.
if we're yeah, if we're all out of things to talk about video games, if you guys want to talk about if anything you watched this week or something, or
Well, I was playing The Walking Dead season 2.
uh,
I never actually played that, and I finished that, and I have an interesting story about that. I
it's
was
not done yet though.
no, I only played up to episode 3, but I finished it. I
Naturally,
finished it up to what they have released,
yeah.
and so I was playing, and the Nick character, I hated him, and then like after he shot, uh,
That
well,
random
Spoilers.
guy,
yeah, I'm probably spoiling everything.
uh,
Turn off your shit if you don't want to hear. But after he shot Matt, um,
just out of nowhere, yeah.
I was like, are you serious, Nick? Like, oh, holy shit, I'm gonna smack you in the face. And I just made him feel really bad. Like the whole time after that, as soon as he shot him, I was like, Nick, you're retarded. And then he's like, oh, no, but he drew on you guys. And I was like, no, Nick, you're dumb. And he's like, no, but I swear he drew on. I'm like, shut up, Nick. And then he's like sitting down, hell depressed. He's like, oh, why did I shoot that guy? I'm like, Nick, you're retarded. Shut up. And then um, and then when the other guy finds out, Walt finds out, and he's like with the knife and all that. I told him that like Nick shot him and Nick was an asshole, and so he lets Nick die. And then for 5 minutes after that, like after I'd finished the episode, I was like, why did I let Nick die? Like he felt really bad after killing that guy, and he saved my life once. And I was like, I'm an asshole. And I replayed it. I replayed it just so I could let him live. I was like, God, why did I do
uh,
that? I was
That's
like,
the thing about not Wolfenstein,
Walking
Walking
Dead.
Dead. You don't really get attached to the characters, but then you kill them and you're like, should I have been attached to him? Maybe I shouldn't have. They go for the realistic depiction of people, and
Even
that's
if they're an asshole, you still really feel bad after killing them.
I'm almost done with season one. I'm playing it on my channel right
yeah.
now.
No,
I just
there's that like
uploaded.
high schooler kid who I just didn't like no matter what.
Then
I like
and then I
him.
let go of him.
He's
No,
an
bounce.
idiot. He is an idiot, but
He's
his
totally what I
final
would be if I was in that situation, dude. He's like
in
everything he
in
says. I'm
episode
like, I feel
5.
that, bro. I feel
Yeah,
that.
if have you been watching my playthrough or no?
No, not
Key?
yours. No,
No.
I've not been seeing your
But
playthrough. Kind of want to
but
now.
episode 5, more spoilers if you don't want to hear this. Episode 5, if you keep him, if you bring him up, then because Ben gets real, not Ben,
Kenny gets fucking mad.
Kenny gets really mad at him, and then Ben just goes crazy and just he starts yelling about how Kenny got to at least see his family go, but he doesn't know what happened to his family, his mother, his dad, his sister, his little sister. He doesn't know where they all are, be alive, dead, walkers. No one knows, and he's like, you at least got to say goodbye.
Right.
And I just felt so bad for him. I really did.
And you're like, these guys are fictional characters. Why am I so attached?
Well, it's a
Well,
story.
I know, but that's what's so good about The Walking Dead. Like, I haven't played a game where I've almost like I've been like
where
tear
you've
jerked
legit felt for the
before.
characters.
Like
Those
when Lee died,
games.
I was really tear jerked. I was like,
Yeah.
holy
There's a
shit.
lot of games that try to do that, and it's like I I like characters and all, and I always like the unique aspects. Final Fantasy 13 2, for example, they have this character Noel, right? So he's from the future when the world is ending, and then the
Mm-hmm.
world actually ends, but this goddess thing sends him back into time, and so that he can try and save the world. And so he spends like 2 or 3 like minutes whining about, oh, my world was ending and I didn't have like this amusement park and this beach and this is also amazing. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool, he's got feelings, and he's like, oh wow, that's awesome. And then flat character for the rest of the game. He doesn't say a word. He's like, yeah, we didn't do that in the future. Yeah, we didn't do that in the future. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we were a bit screwed. Yep, that happened. And it's just so annoying to me how he turned from I was like, yes, Final Fantasy finally has a good character. Nope, not gonna happen. I thought that in the first Final Fantasy 13 as well. They had that girl who was legitimately just there to be insane, and she turned out to be the boring insane, where it's just like nothing she does makes sense, and that's the only reason she exists. So that was the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So I think that wraps up all the stories and games we've played. Actually, there was more stuff I wanted to talk about, but honestly,
Yeah.
I've got stuff to do.
I had an idea about saying what we watched this week, but if you guys don't want to do that, that's fine.
I don't watch much.
Yeah.
Me neither. I'm a games person all the way. Games are just so much better of a medium.
Yeah.
You can do
I
stuff in
watched.
them. Instead of yelling at Noel, I can have Noel kill himself. It's so much better.
But yeah, I watched Full Metal Alchemist and Gravity Falls this week.
Oh, that that game, not
That
game,
game.
that anime. It's so intense towards the end. There were a couple
It's
bits
so.
that just
I
didn't make
don't spoil
sense
it.
to
I'm
me
not
at the
done.
end.
I'm not done. I'm
I'm
not done.
not.
Don't spoil it.
Alright. There are a couple
I'm on
bits at the
episode.
end that just flat out didn't make sense to me that involve children you're going to see. Um, what? How far are you?
I'm up to
I feel like I gotta
second.
look at the
I'm
camera.
up to assist. I'm up to second General Armstrong. Her part.
Uh, yeah, she's an
Like
interesting
the
character. Um,
yeah. I
yeah,
don't know why he doesn't just tell her that he's sworn to secrecy by the fueler.
because he's sworn to secrecy. She can't know, and she's
No,
legitimately
just
like
tell her.
going to cut his head off if he finds out.
Yeah,
Um,
and he's holding Winry and her grandma
yeah,
hostage. So
no, that kind of sucked a bit.
yeah,
It's an interesting when I'm not gonna go on honestly
yeah. Let's
because I
let's
have to
and
go do stuff. I
neither
like
of
the
you have
idea
seen
though. I
Gravity.
like the idea of like talking about stuff we watched because
Yeah, and
video games aren't the only form of entertainment by far.
yeah, yeah. But also there was Gravity Falls, which is just amazing, and the second season appears this
Oh,
summer.
that's the
Yeah,
thing you mentioned to me that I didn't check
yeah.
out because I was bored.
Watch it. Episode 10 is like the one I showed you is my favorite. It's about video games. So go watch it after this if you want to.
I might.
Just watch the whole thing through. It's really funny.
I might. I was looking at other stories. There's one about Goat Simulator that I kind of want to talk about, but I think we'll save that for next week. So, Ibni, where can we find you if we ever want to see your content?
I finally got my channel to be shortened instead of random letters. So it's youtube.com/the Ibni00.
And
Ibni?
oh wait,
Apparently Ibni00 was already taken for some
Oh,
reason.
it doesn't include capitalization,
Somehow.
right? I forgot about that. HTML doesn't involve capitalization.
Yeah.
Oh well.
whatever. Me?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, you're Fish, right?
Yep.
Fish, where can we find you if we ever want to see your gaming content and news and type stuff? Like
You
Wolfenstein.
can catch my social media at twitter.com/fishkebabs, or you can catch my actual content at youtube.com/thefishkebabs. Because I had to
Fish
change a few
kebabs.
things.
I like kebabs.
And I'll ask this one for you, Key. Where can we find you?
Right here at Kingdom Gaming. And
We can find all of
my
us at
own
Kingdom
channel at
Gaming.
youtube.com/key. So, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you all in another
Hope you all
video.
did enjoy.
Bye bye.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.